Good morning and welcome to another Hawkeye Rides live stream Q&A. I'd like to thank everybody that came last week and the prior weeks. We are going to try to reveal, or actually, I should say, start the memberships this coming week. And I also like to thank everybody for supporting the channel. And hopefully, everybody had a happy Thanksgiving as well as a great Black Friday. I had to get a new computer, that's why I was about 5 minutes late. And any suggestions, please put them in the comments so that way we can go forward. I also like to thank everybody for participating in the community tab with the questions that we've been doing 2 and 3 times a week. And next week we have a lot of great vehicles coming. The Tesla Cybertruck, we should finally be done with the editing. I'm starting that in another, basically today probably. Also, Range Rover, we have the autobiography we will be bringing to the channel, as well as the Disco Sport. We did probably 17, 18 vehicles in 1 week. So a lot of cool new vehicles with refresh, bringing some more BMWs to the lineup, and also going to have a comparison between some more higher end performance vehicles. So any suggestions for vehicles, let us know. So that way we can also put it on the list whenever we go to the dealerships or different teams. So that way we can bring you different content as well. Issa wasn't able to make it this week because he ate a little bit too much turkey. So he is with my grandfather today. Could you do a few night reviews? Yes, I should be able to have some night reviews coming because it starts getting night at like 5:30ish. So that way you guys can see more of the ambient lighting. It does become a little bit difficult in Florida because obviously it's sunny almost all year. But now it's starting to get around 5 o'clock. So we will definitely bring that to the channel. Jeff, thanks for the tip so that way we can bring that in. We're also we went to Volkswagen. The Buzz, we have one in St. Petersburg, but we haven't been able to start with the review yet. So I'm hoping we'll be able to this week or the next week to bring the Buzz, which is Volkswagen's new electric van. It's kind of cool. I saw it actually in Europe, and I did post it on the community tab a few months back to show some of the differences, but the pricing is really expensive. It's like 70-some thousand dollars. Cool van, but when we get our hands on it, that's when I'll be able to tell you the pros and cons and if it's something that is worth the $70,000+ price tag. We're going to be going to Audi this week. We're going to touch bases with Mitsubishi so we can bring some of the hybrid or the plug-in hybrids for the Outlander. Also going back to Mazda, and I think we're finishing up with BMW Mini and Jeep, Dodge, Ram. We're going to be going over there as well. Let us know if you guys like to see the minivan reviews. I've been doing a few of them just to kind of change it up a little bit so that way you can see different vehicles. But if you guys are not really into the minivans, let us know so that way we can just zero in on vehicles that everybody wants to watch throughout the channel. And feel free to ask any questions of any vehicles or anything. My house is also going through construction, so that's why I have this interesting view. Hopefully in the next week or two, I'll have my office set up so that way I can show it to you guys. Another question I like to bring up is last week we were at Land Rover Tampa. We are thinking to go to dealerships throughout different weeks for live stream, if that's something that you guys are interested in, and maybe you could see some of the behind the scenes as well, where we get the keys and go up different floors and show you different vehicles, because some of the dealerships we have full access, and as you saw last week with Land Rover Tampa, we were kind of exclusive. We had the whole floor to ourselves, so it was pretty cool. But this way we could grab more keys or show you basically different things that we do in the process for reviews, because we do the live streams on computers right now. I did get a new computer, so this is the first time with it doing the live stream. I just picked it up last night on Black Friday. It wasn't a good deal at all. I don't know if you guys got any deals. Let us know, because everything I got was like basic price. They gave me $250 off. So I literally had to buy a car for a computer. But ultimately, it looks like it's a lot better than my other one. It just kind of died. I don't know if anyone's familiar with MacBook Pros, but for some odd reason, they don't like to cool very well. They're very sophisticated and they do a lot of amazing things, but they just don't cool down and it burns processors and wires. Uh, we also are going to be looking at some more exotic lines. We're going to be going back to Porsche and Maserati to bring some more reviews there. We're just waiting for the 25 models because some of them haven't been released yet. And also the 100-year anniversary Maserati Ghibli that's going to be full electric. We should be getting that pretty soon. 110 years, sorry. And some other cool things that we're thinking about adding onto the channel. We may not be able to touch it this holiday season, but we're wanting to do some traveling with it where we take vehicles with us for 3-4 days or a week or whatever and travel to different states with it. We have teamed up with some different teams to do these things. So if it's something of interest, let us know in the comments or afterwards so that way we can start actually doing these and bringing them to the channel. And for the memberships, what we're also going to be doing is cutting back to probably 5 videos a week. And the memberships will be getting the 6th video every week, as well as some exclusive things through live streams and through the community tab. Also check out the merchandise. It definitely helps out. We're going to be reamping the merchandise hopefully in the next week or so. It's just been really busy with a lot of different dealerships. I mean, when you're talking 5-6 days to do nearly 20 cars, it's a lot of vehicles in once. We're trying to bring in we already have the Audi we have the Audi SQ8. We're going to try to get the RSQ8 this week. I have word that they have 2 or 3 of them, and the RS6 Avant, which I don't think they have 2 supposedly there. So we should be bringing that hopefully this week as well. And again, excuse the mess because the house is still under construction. It's been about 6 months, so hopefully it'll be sooner than later. Some other cool news that I actually had a comment this morning before I was starting the live stream. They were talking about how USA gets better with because we pay per gallon and everywhere else is basically per liter. I just wanted to also kind of touch bases on this. I was in Europe for about 3 weeks, give or take. And while I was there, almost every vehicle received about 60 to 100 miles more per tank. So when you do the math, adding that, and they also have diesel. So I was actually in a diesel, which we'll touch back to that. I was in a diesel C300 Mercedes, and the gentleman told me he gets 1,100 miles to a tank. We have absolutely no vehicle that gets much more than 400-ish to maybe 500 miles per tank without it being a PHEV or a hybrid. So these are regular vehicles that are getting between 60 and 100 miles more per tank than we get in the United States. Now, yes, we pay per gallon, but when you do the math, we actually end up paying more money to drive the vehicles in the US than in England. I just found it really fascinating because a lot of people are under the perception that, well, you pay per gallon, so you get a lot more value, but the average car doesn't really receive that much range compared to the rest of the world. Now in Canada, it's very similar to here, so unfortunately, it's not that good for Canadians, but when you're going to Europe, they get pretty decent MPGs or miles per liter, depending on the way you take it. Definitely drop comments of different vehicles that you guys are interested in seeing and how you like the Q&A to go for next week. If it's something that you guys are interested for seeing us in dealerships throughout different live streams, and have a great morning.